Alright, welcome back to Fan Brigade. Last time things got a bit messy. Unfortunately, we lost a brave mech. But we're going to replace it here. We're going to get back into the action. Our plan for this episode really is we're going to stay away from Freeland. We've made a little bit of noise here. We're to level 2 on the escalation meter, which isn't that high, but I want to keep it quite low. So we're actually going to move into Vremel, which is another 2 region, which we should be able to hit once we get our 4 mechs back online. I'm hoping we might be able to find some cool technology in this region. I've never actually been in Vremel before, but just hoping we'll see something different. And first thing we need to do is we need to get back on our feet. So right now we're repairing and rearming, resting and resupplying, sorry. So that will get us a refill on our repair resource. Once we've done that, what I want to do is actually sell some of the stuff we've got. We don't need this marksman rifle. We don't need... What else do we not need here? Don't need the shotgun. We need all the Nox parts. We'll keep the railgun repeater. I'm going to get rid of this machine gun. My hope is I can get us enough resources so that we can purchase a new pilot. So let's sell these and see what we end up with. That's them scrapped. If I back out now... Whoops, I always do that. I hit escape. We're up to 175, so if I can scrap one more thing, we'll get another pilot. Now, unfortunately, I need all of these parts. But what I could do is I could get rid of a handgun, or an SMG, or a shield. Quite happy, honestly, with the equipment we've got here. The launcher handgun, the handgun's quite important. Although thinking about it, we may actually want to put the SMG on this mech here, just so he's got a little bit of a bigger punch in close combat. The assault rifle here, I could also get rid of the assault rifle and give our light mech an SMG to start with, which is a little bit weak, but it gets them off the ground. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove the assault rifle and replace it with the railgun. Then we're going to go back into the inventory. We're going to sell the assault rifle. I know it's sacrilege. Or do we want to sell the SMG? Let's see if we can do it off the SMG instead. I think that's a little bit safer. Let's go back in here. Let's edit this mech. Let's remove the SMG. Let's go back into inventory, and let's sell this. Sell as in scrap it. That's that sell. Do we now have 200 resources? We have exactly 200 resources. So what we can do, as soon as the rest and resupply, we should be able to recruit a pilot. I might need to leave and join the location. There we go. We can now recruit a pilot. And I've already decided on the name. I've gone through our list of requested names and mechs. I rolled a dice to see which one we would get, and I've got it ready to go. So as soon as we've got this pilot back on the team, we'll do that. We're just waiting for this to continue, and then we're going to head up into Vremel. I'm going to try and make some money, get some better gear, and push this campaign a little bit further. This was a minor setback. We've learned our lesson, and we're not going to make the same mistake again. So, our pilot, November here, is being renamed. I was just looking at Spuddle being the call sign of Destructive Muskrat. I forgot about that being a thing. Sorry, Destructive Muskrat being the call sign of Spuddle. So we're going to rename this character to Doctor, and they are going to have the call sign Wifflebat, as that was the one that got rolled. And then we're going to rename Unit here. We're going to give them all of the light parts we have, which I want to get off them as soon as possible because these parts are incredibly weak. And if that means putting medium components on it, so be it. And for now, we'll give them the burst assault rifle so they can at least take part. And we're also going to give them a color scheme. We're just going to take that attacker roll color scheme off that. Let's give them something that looks pretty cool. I quite like that June with the black on it. So that's going to be their starting loadout. And that's going to be the mech 4. That's going to be the Wiffle... Oh, I need to name it. Sorry about that. Really quickly. Name this the Wifflebat. Perfect. Alright, let's get into action. We've got full amount of supplies. We're ready to go. We've got our 4 pilots again. Let's not make it and take any big risks and get ourselves into trouble. We're just going to fast forward our way over to Vremel. Oh, there's something over here, actually. What is this? That is a patrol. Let's hit this very, very weak patrol and see what we can do with it. That'll give us an idea of what type of equipment we're looking at in the area as well, what the enemy have. We're much faster than them. It's an experimental, combat-capable experimental group, so we can get some really rare equipment off these guys. This could be a great first encounter for this session. Alright, let's just quickly add Wifflebat in, and the mech Wifflebat. So we're looking at a group of small mechs specializing in different tactical techniques to carry experimental and usually powerful equipment. There's no reinforcements. We've got 3 enemies. This should be very easy. So hopefully we shouldn't lose anybody, and we should be able to deal with this pretty quickly and hopefully get some really good equipment. There's a team looking cool as hell. I'm hoping the patchwork starts to pick up some color in this episode. The railgun does look pretty nice on Hotshot. Let's see how we go. So I'm just going to skip the opening pan to see what we're dealing with. So we've got a mech and 2 tanks. This mech here is armed with, let me have a look, a machine gun. We've got another machine gun here, and we've got a really cool looking mech armed with a Vulcan heavy machine gun. Well, that's a bit of a shame. This does look pretty cool. I like the kind of canvas or cloth texture over the armor. It reminds me of Big Dog. Not Big Dog. What was his name? Atlas. Reminds me of Atlas, the Boston Dynamics mech. But let's deal with this really quickly. This shouldn't be a big encounter. I want to get through this pretty fast. We're going to bring the patchwork up onto a hill here, give it a good launching position, and you're just going to launch at this guy. No, I want you to actually target him. There we go. And then I just kind of want you to do that for the rest of the fight. Just do as much damage to him as you can, as long as you're not too hot. The next up, we've got Hotshot. Hotshot, I want you to come forward down into this area. Now, I'm very aware of where the minigunner is. The minigunner is going to try and shoot this guy, so I want to bring you over to the right here. As soon as you're in range of that tank, which is here, I want you to stop and I want you to fire with a railgun. Let's see how much damage that does. Let's see how good this railgun is. Next up, we've got the Distracted Muskrat. I want you to come down to... Actually, you probably just shoot from here. As soon as you get there, just open up with that big Burt. Let's see what you can do with that. And then last but not least, we've got the Wiffle Bat. Let's drop the Wiffle Bat out of danger because it's going to be shot at. So bring it to here. We'll get it to wait out the fire. Actually, we're just going to bring it slightly over because I don't want that Vulcan to hit it at all. So put it here. It should be pretty safe from that minigun. It's going to take fire from the machine gun of the tank, though. I don't want that to happen either. I'm very aware that this light mech is very lightly armored. What if I bring it over to here? Is it going to take fire on the move? It's going to get to here. It's going to take fire as it's moving there. If I bring it around here, it's probably going to be safe. Yeah, it's not going to take any hits. This mech here is going to take hits, but we'll see what happens. Let's go with that and see how that goes. Pretty easy moves to start with here. We'll get the missiles away. Oh, look at this tank here. It's deployed up onto... He's wrecked. It's got like an all-terrain mode. That's pretty cool. So you got railgun to death. You got minigun to death. You're totally out of there. There's just this tank here left. We should be able to take this out pretty quickly. As soon as you're cool enough, which basically takes the entire turn, open fire on him. That is actually going to be out of sight. So let's move you up here, because by the time you get up there, it's going to be time to shoot again. He's a little bit close. You're going to be a little bit inaccurate, but honestly, this gun does not seem to be inaccurate at all. Let's get you to shoot as well, just as soon as you're cool enough. Take a shot at him. Which you are already, and then let's get you to move up. I don't want you to launch any rockets, so let's get you to come to like here. That's going to run through him. That's probably enough, actually. Let's just end this really quickly. His tracks destroyed. He's almost concussed. He hasn't bailed out yet. This is going to knock him out. Let's just finish the turn like that. Don't really need to do anything else. The Burt's going to completely knock him out. 250% concussed. That is a victory. Nice work, team. Nice and easy. The heavy Vulcan cannon is actually a bit insane. Okay, let's see what loot we can get. I wouldn't mind this armor. So this is Bane armor. I've not seen this before. This is quite nice. Problem is that it's all common. We've got the lower legs, which are uncommon at level 4. That's not too bad. We'll grab those. Let's scrap this machine gun. Scrap everything else we can to make some money. Maybe we can scrap everything. We've actually got room to grab something else if we want to. We could maybe grab some of this just to equip to... No, I don't want to equip it to the light mech. I think... it does look quite cool. Can I grab the whole set if I don't take the machine gun and I don't take the Vulcan? Let's do that, and then I can upgrade the Wiffle Bat to a new armor style. Let's wait for repairs to complete. And let's start exploring this area. So that was a pretty good first engagement. If there's going to be more experimental enemies in the area, that could be pretty nice for us. We could pick up some pretty good gear if we're looting experimental battle groups. I'm quite excited to see what else we can find here. Get our hands on some rare war gear. Let's see what we can find. We're just cruising around, see what we detect. Stuck in the mud. The rain outside hasn't let up for hours. Luckily, the mobile base's wheels are able to deal with the thick mud of the country roads. Not everyone is so well equipped, though. You come across a tractor that's gotten itself stuck. The woman driving it is splattered in mud and looks exhausted. Please, she says. will you lend a hand? So we can use tools, which will take us 4 hours and require 30 supplies. We can help push or we can refuse. I'm just going to use tools. Let's get this over as quickly as possible. While we're waiting, let's quickly rebuild that mech before I forget. So what we can do now is we can upgrade from the light armor to the Bane. So that is a significant, it's actually less integrity, but it has barrier, which I quite like. Let's get that going. This is actually different. This is Blackbird legs. They're very different, but more integrity and more barrier. So I'm quite happy to take those. Left arm, we just got 2 Banes to pick from, so let's do that. And then nothing else to equip, but yeah. He's looking really interesting. I actually don't think this color scheme works as well now that he's in this outfit. So let's remove the color scheme from this arm and let's pick a new color scheme for him. Something that's going to really stand out, I think. Something that, ooh. I've already got a red mech, unfortunately. I've already got a mech using experimental. I don't really want to use red as my primary color. Don't use any of these neutral ones either. There's some bubblegum down here. Oh, the ocean's quite cool. Look at the, this has got, this has actually got, oh, I like that. That's got the naval camouflage on it. That's for ocean. So we don't have to see with camo on it. That's only for the Blackbird components. Ooh, the sunset has it too. Let's go for a sunset B. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's wait for this event to continue. We'll just fast forward through this. Okay, broken free. So we get +1 hope. I'm interested. I don't know what hope does now in this version of the game. Previously, hope would be the currency that you needed to acquire in order to liberate a province. That's no longer how liberating provinces works. So I don't actually know what hope is used for right now. But maybe it will help with the home guard, helping us take the province when we attack it, if we attack it. Let's pick up the speed a little bit. I'm wondering if there's something up here. There's like a little plateau here, like a valley that leads up into this area here. So I'm wondering if there's like a base or something here. Doesn't appear so. Let's continue along the top of the area here. We're just looking for bases, we're looking for caches, anything like that that we can use. Oh, hang on, what have we got here? This is like a cache. This is a cache. I think we can take this. We haven't got good sensor data on it yet as to how powerful it is. There's also something down here. What's this? That's a town. Looks like the cache might be undefended because it doesn't have a rating. Let's have a look. It is not defended. Okay. Well, we can't use tools to get in, so let's use force to get in, which will cause an alarm to go off. It'll take 9 hours. And we also have that radio event, which puts a radio tower on the level. I think if I click this, it might cancel the cache breaking event, so I'm going to ignore it for now because I don't want to lose this event from ticking. I don't know if I can do them both concurrently, and since our last cache attempt didn't work out very well, let's see what we can steal from this one. Let's pick up a timer. I really like the new gameplay where we're kind of sneaking around the province, getting what we can until we're ready to liberate it, rather than just all-out attacking. Okay, breaking in concluded. I'm not sure what happens now. I feel like the cache event just didn't tick off again. We didn't get any equipment, did we? No, nothing new in the inventory. So that's another cache event that just failed. Sometimes they seem to fire and sometimes they don't, because I did a test recording on our last save. And I tried to hit that cache again, and it worked perfectly. We got some components, but obviously that's not the one that I used. Let's just try and drive back in here again. And now, okay, I get it unlocked. You can dispatch a salvage team to grab what we can. Okay, we've got some pretty awful components, to be honest. What do we get? We got a level 4 shield, actually. That's not too bad. And we got some Nox medium armor. We can equip that shield, though, to the hotshot. And I think it's a lot better than the shield hotshot's currently using. It's a left arm slot. Actually has way more integrity but less barrier. It's a much better shield. It will slow them down a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, let's get going. Maybe we'll take this town. I'm a bit shocked that we haven't seen more in the way of enemies. This town is a power level 225. That's possibly because the escalation rating in the province has increased. There is something here, a patrol of some kind. I think I'm going to try and take them out. I think it might be a convoy, an experimental convoy. So yes, we will attack this. Now they may have reinforcements from the town. Let's see if that's the case. Experimental, yep. They do not have reinforcements. We're dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4 enemy. 5 enemies, there's one hiding here, and 2 capture points. Let's go. Team's looking amazing. Look how cool the wiffle bat looks now. Ooh, looks like there's some interesting tanks, interesting mechs. This is known as all-terrain tanks we just saw in the last engagement. Okay. First things first, let's have a quick look at Dr. Doctor. Dr. Doctor now has regenerating barriers on all of its components, which is fantastic. We're dealing with an enemy autocannon tank, an enemy beam laser tank. This tank is a beam cannon. We want to get our hands on that if we can. What else have we got here? A marksman rifle and handgun mech. Oh, there's more mechs up here. There is a shotgun shield mech up here and another beam laser tank up there. So primary, what we want to get our hands on if we can are these beam lasers. Let's see if I can, if I dash you up to here, can you fire once you've cooled down at him? Yes, perfect, because he has a shield and a shotgun. So from here, you should be able to make mincemeat of him. Now there is a beam laser tank that is going to shoot at you, but I'm hoping you're out of range. Beam lasers have quite short range from my experience in the past. Here we have two tanks coming from our LRM mech. So I want to actually bring you back and along because you need to take a role. Maybe we need to switch you out to be a light mech if you're going to be using the rocket launcher as much as you are. Let's just drop rockets on both of these tanks. Try to do as much damage to them as you can. Take them out of the fight because the enemies have shotguns, so we want to try and keep them at bay. Actually, no, you have a marksman rifle. You are quite a big threat. Let's get our railgunner up into action. So you can run up, maybe up to here. Is that a bit silly? Yeah, he's not going to get there in time. One thing I want to try is when you get to here, how much damage can you do to that tank? And the last but not least, we have the Wiffle Bat. The Wiffle Bat is not being shot at this turn, so I can put it into the danger zone a little bit. I can bring it round to here, and when it gets here, it can open fire on this tank, and then it can open fire on this tank. Now, this tank will be shooting through at him, but I think it's okay. Let's see how this goes. So we're hoping to do as much damage as possible to this mech here, and do some damage to these tanks, and hopefully take at least one of them out. Okay, he came out of range of a lot of that fire. He didn't really take much damage at all, actually. Both of these tanks here are wiped out, which is great. The railguns have pierced through and hit both of them, firing through here. You are still at full health. How much damage have you taken? No damage here. A little bit of damage to the muskrat. It's not looking too bad. Muskrat's not going to be able to move very much. That's going to be the big issue. So I'm just going to get you to kill this tank here as it comes forward. That's your main role this turn. Is anyone firing at you? Only the mech that is out of the way. So you can kind of act with impunity this turn. Can I get you up here? It's not really a great firing position if you're firing at this mech. If I bring you through here, you're going to collide at that point. Can I actually get you to fire straight away at this mech? You're a little bit hot. If I bring it forward, you still got a shot. You've still got a shot. You've still got a shot. You've got a shot there, but you're in danger of taking hits from him. So let's just move you to here. Just to get you out of the line of fire. Make sure the shotgun mech here can't hit you. That's the start of your turn. I just want you to stand still while you're shooting. Then when I get you to run through here to chase behind this mech, now that you're not in danger of colliding with him, and as soon as you come around the corner and get him in range, let's fire again. Let's get you to run up behind him. Sorry if I sound a little bit blocked up. I am still dealing with a slight bit of the cold. Okay, that's your turn dealt with. Now, you got to keep doing what you're doing. I want to make sure that this... I don't think the faraway shotgun mech will be in range right now. If I just put an attack marker here, he's out of range. So let's move you forward a little bit. Where is in range for you? Probably around here. Can you fire me a rocket from here? He's still out of range. So he's just out of range there. Let's bring you to about here then. I don't think those rockets are going to go high enough. Just looking at the flight path of those rockets, they're going to struggle to catch him on the arc down. So instead, let's get you to fire at this tank. Just see if you can take the tank out for me. Okay. Now the hot shot with the railgun. I think you can just sit where you are, honestly, and just punish this guy for coming at you, because you can shoot him through the wall. Now wait for you to cool down. And let's just make sure none of these shots are going to collide with your teammate. You're shooting at him, you're shooting at him, you're shooting at him. He's running around, you're still shooting. No, it's all good. Let's get you to shield up. Just shield from him, because he isn't going to shoot at you, but it still will look quite cool. And I'm going to get you to pull back while you're... Actually, wait, we'll need to wait command until here. And then pull back here. Just keep this nice and simple. We're not taking any big risks. You have your attack command on that tag, that's fine. and you have your commands as well. Let's go. He's taking a massive amount of beam laser damage there. That tank's been destroyed. What happened here? Did we lose? No. I thought for a second we'd lost... I was really scared that I'd killed the Wifflebat, but we actually destroyed the mech that was here. The railgun just took him out in seconds. So now all we have to deal with is this shotgun mech here, who is a threat, but he does have a shotgun, which makes him a little bit less of a threat. Let's bring you around here. There's not much you can do right now while he's moving in. You took quite a lot of damage from that beam laser. I'm excited to get my hands on one. If I bring you to here, you can't shoot this turn. Let's wait for this. If I bring you to here, you can start shooting when you get up there and actually hit him. Hope you don't destroy this. That would suck if you did. You can't really do much right now. Let's bring you into a position where you can support everybody next turn. He's finishing his turn there, but I don't think you can get here in time. Because you've got to come around and down, which is a bit sad. Let's bring you to here, and then dash you down to here. And then I don't think I've got enough heat to dash you back up here, do I? No. Let's run you up here and see if next turn you can maybe take part, but you probably can't. You are hiding right now, that's fine until he comes into range. It's just you left. Let's bring you around to here. I want to get a reasonably clear shot because the missiles have a tendency to hit walls and launch missiles at him. And let's go. Good shot. Alright. He's just moving forward this turn, which unfortunately is going to take him out of the attack range of the Wifflebat. I was worried that was going to happen. What we want to do here is really try and punish him as much as possible with the railgun while he's moving forward. Just make sure the railgun stays nice and cool. There really isn't a lot you can do here. Can you dash to here? You can, but you won't be cool enough. But let's just get you to move to here. That's kind of your main... Actually, when will you be cool enough to dash again? Here. You basically this mech can't walk, but it can dash. Okay, that means you can capture that. You can now get into the fight. Is he shooting at you? No, he's not. Brilliant. So if I bring you around here to this point, you can just start shooting at him from here. Open fire. Give you another shot straight away. I think you're cool enough for it. And then cool off for a couple of seconds, and we'll take you next turn. You're already firing. You're the last one to fire. I don't think you're cool enough to fire this rocket launcher yet. So let's bring this down to about here. We'll give you a wait command until that is done, until you finish firing. Once you finish firing, brake to the right to get out of his line of fire. Okay. We're still trying to get through his barrier at the moment. Nah, we got him with the railgun. Nice. That was a pretty clinical fight. Nobody took any major damage. We successfully took over the convoy. Let's hopefully get some good gear. Alright, we got a secondary weapon ballistic charge. We got a missile launcher primary charge 2, and we got a ballistic missile launcher charge 2 secondary weapon touch. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see what we got here. There's a burst assault rifle. There's an arrow arm. There's a sword. And there is another arm. These are all free. We don't have to spend any salvage to get these. We've got a handgun here. I'm not that excited. A marksman rifle. We've got some Tsubasa armor, which looks really cool. Wow, that's a cool looking mech. I'm not going to take it because it's level 4. There is a beam laser here. 595 damage per volley. That's actually really good. What's the other one doing? Let's grab this. This is way better than it looks like it is. The other mech was a Vidar mech. Another mech design that I haven't seen before. This is a heavy version. It looks pretty cool as well. In fact, I think we've got a Vidar arm on one of our mechs at the moment, but the rest of the weapons aren't that exciting. Let's scrap this handgun. I'm not interested. Let's scrap this marksman rifle as well. I'm not interested. And let's just gain as much scrap as we can here. Perfect. That beam weapon's going to be a huge upgrade to the Wifflebat. If we come in here, and if we change out the right slot weapon, let's have a look at this sword just for a second. So the sword has 30 concussive damage, which is very low. It has 350 impact damage, which is okay. And it has one, what is this? One stagger damage. I'm not sure what stagger damage is. I've not actually come across this before. As it is, it's not what I want to use. I want to use, so just to compare, the burst assault rifle we just picked up does 459 impact damage. This does 595. this beam weapon, which I want to clean the... I want to get it on site. If we compare that to the damage that the Muskrat is doing, I can't actually check that right now. Does 878 damage with this. It's actually comparable to the minigun, but it's 100% accurate and you can fire it on the move. It's going to be a game changer. I'm really excited that we picked that up. Having a look at the workshop, one thing I'd quite like to do maybe is put in a rare heavy weapon, but we can't do that right now. We could put in a rare marksman or assault rifle, but I don't really want to do that right now either. Kind of waiting for some better... I kind of don't want to do any of these until I can afford to do a rare one. If we have a look at the upgrade center, though, I think I'm going to grab the cruise sensing upgrade. That just lets us see further while we're exploring our region, which is what I really want to do while we're wandering around here right now. Alright, let's get away from this base. We still can't take that right now. But let's see what we can find in the region. This looks like an outpost or a base. That is an outpost, okay. We're going to just quickly go into stealth mode to sneak between these two. Don't think we've got enough battery powers to do this as long as I want to do it, however. Looks like we're going to get away with it, or at least most of it. They won't be able to raise the alarm in time to detect us. Yeah, we managed to get away before they picked us up. Interestingly, that this base, this outpost, is less defended than this town. What's down here? This is like another outpost, judging by the symbol. It's a base, so that's the main base in the region. We want to avoid that. That will send patrols out after us if we make too much noise. We've pretty much explored this whole region at this point. How is the escalation meter looking in Freeland? It has gone down to 1. So what I'm tempted to do, but they haven't retaken this cache yet, is to jump across the border and attack this cache. War Memorial. One of your pilots calls out for the mobile base to stop. In the field you're passing, the wreckage of a mech lies surrounded by scorched earth and twisted metal. It's got our flag, but it doesn't look like one of ours. Must be an old model. Grass has grown over parts of it and it looks in a terrible state. But you'll need to get closer for a proper look. Where's the War Memorial then? I will check that out. There it is. Okay, we've pretty much explored this entire region. There you go. They're recapturing the cache now. I think what we're going to do is we're going to jump across the border and capture this cache, just to see what we can find. But let's check out this memorial first. You approach with caution, but the coast is clear. There are more abandoned mechs here than you can see from the road. They seem to be getting more numerous the further away from the road you get. Oh, I know where we are, your pilot exclaims. I heard there were some memorials from the old war out here, but I've never seen them. If you have time, I'd love to pay my respects. So we can investigate, we can leave them alone to gain hope, or we can salvage to lose hope. Let's investigate just to see if something happens. I don't lose hope, and I don't really want to give up the chance of finding something. So we're going to be sitting here for 6 hours. Let's fast forward. We found some viable intel. You found information about the location these forces were protecting. There may be something to help your cause. What do we have here? New location. One of your pilots come to show you where the new location is on the map. Another new location pop. Okay, what have we got? Hang on, let's pause the game. So we've discovered a cache here. Is that it? And we've discovered, yeah. Yes, revealed a cache here in Hosfred, which is a level 3 area, which we might head into soon. But let's head down and take this cache. Okay, I can click that to see it. That's quite useful. Oh, so it wants us to attack this base, which is dumb because we've already taken it. Let's take the base defenders, and we'll show you how good this beam gun is going to be. This is a game changer, this beam gun. No reinforcements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies. Let's go. I feel like the Wiffle Bat is looking incredibly tactical right now. Do like that armor style. Okay, I'm going to skip the intro. Let's see what we're dealing with. We've got a mech here with a shotgun and a compact launcher. There's a tank here with a machine gun. That's a high priority threat. Machine gun tank again. Heavy launcher shield. Lots of launchers on the field. Tank down here with an autocannon. I'm not really worried about that. Alright. We want to take out these launcher mechs as quickly as possible. So let's get moving up. Kind of want to use our weapons as we can. So we're going to stop here and railgun this tank. That should probably take it out. Give him a wait command. And then we're going to tell him just to march on. Which means he may collide with this. So I should bring him to here. And here, just to avoid the collision. I think that will avoid the collision. Yeah, it avoids the collision. Okay. Now then, you are in a great position because you are a launcher. I want to get you up high. Getting you up high is very important. I can't get you up here. There's no way up unless I dash you up there. That's a really great place to put a missile launcher mech, because then it doesn't have to worry about intervening terrain. Unfortunately, I don't think this missile mech is in range. It is. Well, then that's what we're bombarding. Basically, that's his target for the whole mission until he takes it out. And we just put as much damage on him as possible before he takes out our mechs. Who is he shooting at? He's shooting at the Doctor. Okay. Next up, it is the Distracted Muskrat. You're going to be quite hard to use in this battle because you are very slow. So I'm going to double dash you forward. And then march you forward until you've cooled down, because next turn, you got a lot of work to do. So that's where you're going to finish your turn off. Last but not least, we've got the Wiffle Bat. Wiffle Bat is going to come. I have to watch out for this missile attack, but I want to show you how good this beam laser is going to be. So let's bring you around here. Now, I'm a bit worried about you could be taking fire from this minigun. But what I have to hope is that this mech here will take it out. Now, one thing I want to point out that I didn't actually do there is the accuracy of this beam weapon. There is no accuracy indicator. It hits what it aims at. It's pretty insane. And I can actually move while shooting as well with no real worry about loss of accuracy. So I can move him to here, for example, and then bring him up here to take out that mech next turn. Now let's keep an eye on him for this engagement. Let's make sure everybody has orders. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's watch the Wiffle Bat here for its beam weapon attack. Attack's wrecked. Oh, okay, I was a bit wrong. When moving, he does, firing on the move isn't as accurate, he's too fast, basically, and he ran faster than he was shooting. So, a little bit of a misuse of the beam weapon there, but we'll show you it this turn. We'll bring him up here where he's too close to get missiled. He doesn't have a minimum range on this gun either. It's pretty insane. We'll just bring him to here. He should be cool enough at this point, and then we'll get a beam weapon attack on him. And we'll just push this back until he's cool enough, actually. We'll just move him, just keep moving him forward until we've hit that point, and we'll just stand still and we'll shoot at him. Patchwork here is a little bit overheating from its missile attack. We'll just wait till it's cooled down. We will get you to engage this tank here with a machine gun. From here, we've got the Hotshot. Hotshot has ended up ramming this tank. It did manage to take this tank out. Let's bring you back to here. How hot are you right now? If I dash you backwards, you're fine to do that, but I probably can't shoot with you straight away. I'm actually going to take the risk on that shot just to try and take him out. You have just stopped here. I don't really have a lot to do with you apart from just shoot at him, kind of Hail Mary it, and then once you've finished firing, get you to back up a little bit. It's a little bit awkward getting hit this hard in the face because we don't have a lot of close range mechs. Okay, I want to pay attention to this fight here, but the main thing I want to watch is in the background the beam weapon on this guy here. Let's go. Here's the beam weapon firing now. And that mech just got completely obliterated. So he's gone. He's out of the fight. He's not out of the fight yet. He's ejecting. He did a lot of damage there, which is great. How do things go down here? You've taken a little bit of damage. You've not taken very much damage at all. How about you? You took quite a lot of damage, but you're still in the fight. You didn't take any damage. Don't think any missiles have hit you yet. Let's get ready. Just get the missile launching out of the way. It's not the most exciting. I would like to maybe replace this with a better weapon quite soon. Because honestly, you're not contributing a lot to fights. And when the missiles hit, they're very powerful, but they are very slow moving. Let's get you, Doctor, to run back down here, get on the capture point, and while you're moving, maybe take a pot shot at somebody. You can actually hit this tank from here, so why don't you try and do that? You're probably going to miss because you're firing on the move, but let's see how that goes. Next up, we've got the hot shot. You're a little bit hot right now, but I want you to take out this tank, so let's bring this back. Let's move you backwards until you start firing. We'll put a wait command in, and then we'll keep you moving backwards after that. And then finally, Distracted Muskrat, we're going to get you to move and shoot, basically, because you're already super inaccurate from moving. And let's see how that goes. Still doing a decent amount of damage even though he's moving. The beam weapon just took that tank apart, taking massive shotgun damage to the face. This is almost dead. This is badly damaged but not out of the fight. We've just captured the capture point. We're going to sit on that even though we don't really need to. From up here, this tank's gone. I'm not really sure why I want you to missile, to be honest. We're a bit too close. Let's missile the tank, maybe, and make sure nobody else is near it. You got your railgun repeater. I want you to try and take out this mech. It is causing us big problems. We're just going to make sure that we don't get into a collision here. Can I get you to dash backwards out of the bad place? I think that's what I have to do, and then just get you to run around here if you can, even though you're really slow. You don't really have an order this turn, but that's fine. So we've got you firing missiles, you firing your railgun. Let's get you to do this and then actually move back to here. And let's see how that goes. Okay, the tank's gone. We just have to deal with this mech. It's so close to dying. So you give me another railgun shot. This should be a good hit on him. I don't think you can give me another one this turn. You can. He's running at you. If that's happening, let's cancel your move and just open up on him because he's going to get out of your range. I don't want to fire any missiles. You're capturing the point. Let's go. Okay, we lost our legs, but we took out the enemy mech. He was quite tough. Oof, that last shot was a little bit brutal. But that should be victory. If we just end this turn, we should win. Just waiting for it to tick out. And there's victory. Cool, we managed to capture this cache as well. We're probably going to have to break the cache open. Okay. Muskrat is fine, we just have to recover the legs. That's okay. This guy, this is Asgard armor. Wow, that looks really cool as well. Combat launcher, shotgun, really nice arms. Level 4, I'm not really that interested in them. Typhoon machine gun there, more Asgard, so they're both heavy mechs. So you saw how fast the beam weapon took out this guy. Level 3 shield. Doesn't look anything that exciting here. And we've got a hurricane machine gun. So let's grab all the uncommon components for use in the workshop. And then let's grab as much money as we can. 95, 105. We'll just grab this because the last 5. No, okay. That's what we can get. Confirm. Excuse me. And then I think we can hit the cache as well. Yes. Okay. All right. We got a razor blade and a Subasa lower body part. Let's have a look at that in the inventory. So what did we pick up there? We picked up a rare sword. This is 385 damage straight. It's not really that good. I have seen swords that do heat damage. I'm more interested in that. There's some light legs, which are quite interesting. Let's get rid of all of this gray equipment that I know I'm not going to need or use. So we have a medium arm here at level 4. We have a assault rifle here. I'm not going to use the sword, so I'm going to scrap it. I'm not going to use this assault rifle. This arrow light. At the moment, I'm not that keen on light, but I'm going to keep a set of it. We'll get rid of this assault rifle too. Let's scrap those. We'll just keep the light components, even though I'm probably not going to use them. If we have a look in the workshop now, we're sitting at 760 with 44 rare uncommon components. Is there something here I want to build? These are for customizing higher parts of armor. Don't want to do those yet. I could build an uncommon missile launcher. I could build another uncommon railgun. Could build an uncommon marksman rifle or a sniper rifle. Can't build an assault rifle, but I can build a sniper rifle or a marksman rifle. I'm not sure what to build. Why don't you give me some suggestions in the comments? What do we want? Do we want a assault rifle? Do we want a marksman rifle, a sniper rifle, a railgun, or a missile launcher? But we'll have a look at upgrades. I think I'm going to pick up the second level of cruise sensing. That still leaves us with 560 components to build whatever you want. This has been a pretty good session. I don't want to push our luck too much. We're looking pretty nice right now. There is an enemy convoy here, but it is in the next region. I'm not sure if we want to pursue it over the border, but that might be our next objective for the next video. But for once, there hasn't been any disasters. We're doing really well. We've got that beam laser. It is honestly one of the best weapons we could have picked up right now. I'm really excited to use it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm looking forward to playing some more Phantom Brigade for you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao for now. See ya.